I'm at Iroquois Park, walking up uphill road. I'm getting a little later start this morning. It was pouring down rain earlier, but now the rain's starting to stop. Just barely sprinkling now. See some deer way down at the bottom of this hill. But I'm not going down there. Now I'm off the road and where I want to be. I haven't hiked this area for quite a while, so this should be fun. I'm crossing one of the hiking trails to get to the area where I want to hike. I'm not going to hike on the trail. This is where I get off the trail. This is where I want to hike down there. There was some very heavy rains last night, so there's going to be a lot of water running through the park. I wanted to get closer to the bottom of this hill. Trying to stay upright hiking down these hills is going to be a challenge, as muddy as it is this morning. That's the area over there is where I want to hike. It's a beautiful morning now that it stopped raining. Here's some spring peepers. Like I said earlier, there's going to be a lot of water running down these hills this morning. The reason why I'm hiking this area this morning is yesterday I saw a herd of bucks take off in this direction. Look at what I found right in the middle of nowhere. The heavy rain knocked the flowers down last night, but they'll pop back up. My wife loves daffodils. Wish she was with me to see this, but she never hiked this area of the park. Well, time to take off. Look at those suds. Yes, this is as good a place as any to cross. I just finished the easy part of my hike. Now I'm getting to the hills. Now I need to find a place to cross here. There's usually not any water here, which tells you how much rain we got last night. I'll find a place up here to cross. Pretty shallow there. Maybe I can cross there. More water running down the hill. I've never seen this much water running down the hill in this area. Yeah, this is where I'll cross. Head up that hill. I made it without falling. I see a pretty neat looking waterfall in front of me. When it rains hard like it did last night, all this water gives you the feel of being in the Smoky Mountains. And I love hiking in the Smoky Mountains. Isn't that beautiful? And so peaceful. I love that sound. More water running down the hill. This old trail leads up to Panther Point. It hadn't been used for quite a while. I think I'll hike up this old trail for a little bit. I'm not going to hike all the way up to Panther Point. See what's down there. See a lot of bubbles. I guess that's water that's running down from the top of the hill, passing through there. This is where I'm going to leave this trail. If you keep going, you'll be at Panther Point. There's a lot of water in this area. And I need to find a place to cross down there somewhere. I think this will work down here. Hike up that way. I'm not sure what causes that. I call them pregnant trees. I think this makes the hike so much better when there's water running down the hills. But it makes it a little harder finding places to cross. Guess I'll cross here. I made it across. Now I need to get up that hill. I made it up this hill. I almost slipped in the mud. That was fun. Now where to? Temperature is starting to drop now. I'm gonna hike up to Summit Field now. Hike around Summit Field. This is a beautiful area. Coming from the opposite direction that I normally hike. I'm usually coming from this way, over here. More noise pollution. It's getting very windy now. See a little deer next to me, close to Summit Field. Summit Field. This is not a little deer. There's a deer running off up there. I found a lonely little daffodil up here. This is the only one I see. I'm going to hike Summit Field. Very windy up here. We had a lot of rain last night, and if I'd have gotten up here earlier, there would have been a lot more water coming over this fall, but this isn't bad. This is the water coming down the hill. So you can see there's a lot of trees down in this area. There's the falls down there. Found this skull up here. Not exactly sure what it is. But it's not too old because there's still some flesh on its nose. The temperature is really starting to drop. When I started walking this morning, I was overdressed and now I'm underdressed. See some activity in the water. I'm not sure what it is. Here at Carolina Wren in front of me somewhere. I think that's an eastern towhee. Yeah, it was. There's all kind of birds in that area, but they're hard to pick out. Very well camouflaged. Keep seeing them fly off. Looks like another eastern towhee back there. It's getting late. I need to cut through the woods and head to my car. I usually hike this area coming and going. Today it's only going. I didn't hike this area earlier. Here's a deer leg I found. Was it last week or the week before last? It's still here. See a deer running off over there. Way over there. If it wasn't so late, I'd probably try to follow that deer, but I need to get home. Whoa, almost slipped. I was getting ready to say I was proud of myself. I hadn't slipped once. It is pretty muddy this morning. I can see this is where the deer crossed. But I don't know when. Looks like they were going in that direction. But more than likely they were coming from this direction. And this is where they crossed and then they took off in that direction. This is usually one of the first areas I hike in the morning. But it was raining this morning, so I walked up Uphill Road. Then hiked a different area of the park. An area that I don't normally hike. I'm gonna hike up to the top of this hill. And there's a trail up there that I normally take that will lead me back to my car. But it would be faster if I stayed down here. But I'm not in a hurry. Made it up to the trail I take. There's a tree down. I'm getting close to my car. That's Krupp's Point up there. I'll say one thing for this hike this morning. It's been a muddy hike. But I did manage to stay upright. I'm not muddy, just my hiking boots. See some crinoid fossils. This is the best area in the park for crinoid fossils. If you look down in that dirt, there's a million crinoid fossils in it. You can see that rock is full of crinoid fossils. And if you hike up that hill, you'll find a million crinoid fossils. That's the north overlook at the top of that hill. I didn't see as many deer as I normally see, but that's because I hiked a different area of the park. I didn't see a lot of deer this morning, but I did see a lot of boar. The park was beautiful this morning. Made it down to Rundle Road. That's the parking lot over there. Time for me to go home.